An ugly truth of the Cincinnati Bengals was confirmed for everyone to see on Monday Night Football against the Commanders, and in this video, I'll explain how their hope lies on the other side of the ball. Hi again, Bengals fans. John Sheeran of A to Z Sports Cincinnati here, and on a night when the Bengals defense looked completely helpless against the starters for Washington, Mitchell Tinsley looked like prime Calvin Johnson out there, my mind immediately goes to Lucas Patrick, because by the time that you're watching this video, Dalton Risner might have already signed with the Bengals. Of course, that was the news before Cincinnati kicked off on Monday Night Football, when Jordan Schultz reported that the Bengals would be hosting Risner for a free agent visit on Tuesday. And this is something that we've discussed on and off for the better part of the last 5 months now, because it took the Bengals 5 months to realize what we all figured out all the way back in March, and that this team did not do enough to solve the right guard problem. And 20 days before week 1 began, Patrick continued to prove that, because after he essentially gave up on the play and allowed Joe Burrow to get sacked against the Commanders, he was pulled from the starting lineup. He wasn't injured. There was no injury classification. There was nothing disclosed about that. He was just simply pulled for rookie Jalen Rivers at right guard. And I don't know if that means he's on the roster bubble now, but what I do know is that if the Bengals wanted Risner before, they definitely want him now. And just like many of us have been saying for, again, almost half of a year, there's no reason why they shouldn't want Dalton Risner. He is far from a perfect player, but he fits exactly what this offense needs. Just a solid, stout, pass-protecting guard who has plenty of experience pass protecting in true pass set situations, doesn't get penalized very much, just a reliable, durable pass protector to keep Joe Burrow upright, which happens to be something that they don't have on the roster right now at that spot. There's also a coaching connection here at play. Justin Riscati, the Bengals pass game coordinator, he was on the Denver Broncos staff and the Minnesota Vikings staff for 3 of Risner's first 4 years in the NFL. Risner even said back in April that he would love to play for the Bengals. But of course, this is kind of who he is, right? He doesn't end up joining a team until very late in the offseason, or in some cases during the regular season. I don't know if he doesn't like training camp or he just doesn't really mesh well with locker rooms, but whatever the case may be, this is just kind of the usual timeline for him. But it could not come any sooner, because of course, on the day that Lucas Patrick finds out that he may be losing his job, he doesn't do anything to help secure it. I think Monday night showed that if this Bengals defense is going to even come close to be looking competent, it's not going to happen until maybe in the heart of the season. The first month or two are probably going to be tough. Regardless of who they play, there's going to be a lot of growing pains with Al Golden and a lot of these young players, which puts an even further emphasis on making sure that the offense can replicate what they did last year, and they can't do that with an absolute liability at right guard. And this is definitely not the first time the Bengals have a saying late is better than never, and it definitely won't be the last either. The fact that it took Patrick underwhelming in 2 preseason games, an injury to Cordell Volson, and also an injury to Cody Ford to even get to this point is frankly inexcusable, but whatever gets them across the finish line is really all that matters. So if Risner, I just realized I probably should have figured that out before I started recording this video. If he does end up signing with the Bengals by the time that you're watching this video, then the Bengals should have an offensive line, a total offensive line that they should feel comfortable with heading into the regular season. And comfortability is going to be at a premium if they are going to carry this defense into the heart of the season. There is no other contending team in which their entire season hinges on a journeyman right guard, but that is the reality of your Cincinnati Bengals.